We've already talked about some of these, but what are the benefits of tape? Of course, a big one here is pain relief and breaking the pain cycle. The tape will also provide constant proprioceptive properties. This is another one of my favorite uses. Proprioception is the body's awareness of movement and actions in relation to the space around it. The tape will give proprioceptive input, which will then alter the motor output. This is wonderful for reminding the body, oh hey, I've got something here that isn't functioning quite right. We need to fix that. Tape will also increase circulation, lymph flow, and decrease edema and inflammation. There's been some really neat research with thermographic images showing just how quickly and how much circulation increases when the tape is applied. Joint support. Tape is really effective at decompressing tissue and increasing range of motion, which of course is important for healthy joint integrity. Unwinding of fascia. We will talk about this more in a little bit when I show you this application, but tape is fantastic at targeting restrictions in the fascia. Some nerve impingements and neurological conditions can benefit from taping. I have personally had some great responses with these applications, but they are a little bit more advanced and they should really be done in contact with the horse's vet. Neurological horse's nervous system is obviously sensitive, many times compromised, and should be approached with great care. Healthy meridian flow. Most people don't think of this when you think of tape. You can target and tape meridians or acupoints that aren't quite flowing, and that is a really fun use of it. Okay, the first application we are going to learn is just a basic muscle application. This is where your assessment on the body will be very important, as well as your knowledge of anatomy. Muscle applications are targeted to a specific muscle, and you pretty much always want to tape bilaterally, so on both sides of the body. Tape is really amazing because we can use it to essentially wake up a muscle that is not functioning correctly and almost retrain it. It is really neat and a great way to use the tape. Anytime you are looking for pain relief, adding proprioception, minimizing fatigue, or supporting muscles that are in work, if you are noticing imbalances on one side of the body versus the other, or the horse is just not properly using that muscle, then you would use this application. You can use the regular 2-inch tape. I prefer a wider 3 or 4-inch tape for this application. This is 3-inch. To get your measurement, you're going to go from right here behind the scapula as your starting point. Run it along the spine and end right up here, pretty much on top of where the tuber cocci ends. Start, you will break your backing. Give yourself a 4 to 5-inch anchor. This is a pretty long piece of tape, so you want a longer anchor. And you lay that down with no stretch. Pull your backing off. And you're going to just lay it down right next to the spine. Again, make sure you lay the anchor down on the end with no stretch at all. Do the same exact thing on the other side. I like to measure by starting my hand right over here and then just putting a little mark in the hair so that I am being symmetrical. Okay. No stretch on your ends. Rub it a little bit to get a stick. Peel your backing off. As with all applications, you need to rub the tape and warm it with your hands to get the adhesive to stick. The trick to getting this symmetrical is to run your fingers right down the spine and have the tape lying right here on the top of your fingers, all the way down. And that's that.